The God of Thunder still stands tall, but his extra durability isn't quite as legendary. Uh-oh. Are they giving him more uh durability, more health, chat? Hammer Throw, new effect. Hits now grant 50 bonus health. Only triggers once per throw, even if hitting multiple enemies. But they reduced the bonus health provided by Storm Surge from 75 to 50. Okay, so they're buffing Thor. Uh-oh. A little survivability boost. Little survivability. A Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme's magical defenses get a minor nerf. Time to be a little more strategic. They reduced the shield, value recovery speed from 70 a second to 60 a second. Not really that much of a change. Okay. Okay, let's switch sides. Rogue. Rogue's ready to steal more than just powers. She's also taking names with a slight increase to her threat potential. Uh-oh. Increase the defensive stance absorbed damage energy conversion rate from 0.27 to 0.35. And they also reduced the fatal attraction from 17 seconds to 14 seconds of a cooldown, chat. So far, what I'm seeing is that Thor is getting like a slight buff, it seems like. Doctor Strange is getting a little nerf. Rogue is getting a buff. And also Venom, the lethal protector, gets a small survivability bump. Oh no, great. He needs more survivability. They increased his base health from 650 to 675. And they increased his ultimate ability damage to bonus health conversion from 1 to 1.3. So he's going to get more bonus health after his ultimate ability, chat. Very interesting. So far, I see buff, slight nerf, buff. The scariest thing that I'm going to say to you guys right now is that I'm scared that Marvel Rivals doesn't know. They're just going to keep buffing. They're going to buff, and they're never going to nerf anything. So it's just going to be a power creep, chat. It's just going to be a power creep. So I don't know. I got my own thoughts and concerns about the balance towards this game, but let's just kind of continue reading. So they have a whole list of Duelist, but they kind of like put that on a different page. So anyways, Strategist, aka healer, do your job. GG no heals. Adam Warlock, cosmic upgrades for Adam, flight and more fight. New ability. Adam can now enter flight mode at 10 meters a second for up to 4 seconds at full energy. Energy fully recharges from 0 to max in 15 seconds. Oh my. So he's going to be able to fly in spaces or fly into high grounds or just fly in reds, chat. That's going to be very interesting. It's going to be crazy what we see from like Korova or something. Soul Bond new effect. Adam can now hover and attack during the ability's duration. Okay. So they're buffing Adam Warlock here. Let's just go down on the left side still. Invisible Woman. Sue Storm's control game is a bit less relentless. Increase the cooldown of force physics from 8 to 10 seconds. That's all? That's all the nerfs that we're going to give Inviswoman? Remember, Inviswoman is going to get a buff again because she's going to be the anchor for Doctor Strange. Remember, it's going to be a new team up. Ultron. Ultron's support radius expands. Mechanical Mayhem, now with extra coverage. Increase imperative. Patch drone detach range from 30 to 35 meters. So you can have your drones be a little five extra meters further. Oh, she was already an anchor? Oh, I don't know. Maybe they kept the same thing then. Maybe. Who knows? Loki. Less healing, more scheming. Loki's support takes a slight hit. Wow. Reduce the mystical missile charges from 12 to 10 seconds. So a slight nerf on Loki. Loki. Gnocchi, chat. Gnocchi. And here we are with our DPS characters. Let's go down this list. Let's go down the left side, then we'll go down the right side, chat. Deadpool, which I think is the worst Deadpool of all of them. I think his DPS was kind of butt cheeks. But you have increased healing. The Merc with a Mouth is a little harder to keep down. Increased healing amount gained when releasing Pop Quiz. His ultimate ability from 30 to 35 and from 60 to 70 upon passing the challenge. Phoenix. Phoenix Force dims a little. Jean's staying power is slightly toned down. Her health is now from 275 to 250. Psylocke. Sharper in the fight, softer with her ultimate. The psionic crossbow damage falloff adjusts the maximum damage falloff at 30 meters from 60 to 70%. And they also reduced the single hit damage of Dance of the Butterfly, which is her ultimate ability, from 170 to 160, chat. I'm pretty sure they had it at 160. They buffed it to 170, and now they nerfed it back down to 160. Yeah. Did you not scroll down? What do you mean did I not scroll down the last tab? That's everything. Oh, was it 150? Okay, so now they did it in the middle. So 150 to 170 to now 160. So it's in the middle. Punisher. Frank Castle's ultimate justice now comes faster. And people thought coming faster was bad. Reduce the energy cost of Final Judgment, which is ultimate ability from 3,700 to 3,400. No, chat. No way you're going to get his ult faster, bro. That is going to be... That's broken. I don't think you should... There are some changes that I think that are happening that I do not agree with, but that's probably one of them. I don't think Punisher was in a really good spot, in my opinion. And then before we hit the right side, we'll look at Storm. So Storm's Wind and Lightning are more electrifying and friendlier to use. Weather Control. Tornado new effect. Using Windblade and Bolt Rush under this aura now grants Storm bonus health. Damage conversion ratio 25% up to a max of 75 bonus health. Weather Control Thunder new effect. Under this aura, Windblade hits reduce Bolt Rush cooldown by 0.5 seconds, only once per cast, even if hitting multiple enemies. Increase Bolt Rush spell field range radius from 1 meter to 1.5 meters, chat. Thunder and Lightning new effect. Ally buffs now decay over 2 seconds after leaving the aura instead of vanishing instantly. I like that change. That's a good change, I think. Thunder. Reduce damage boost for allies from 12% to 8%. And they also reduce the animation and lag when using weather control. Okay, so, hey, I just want to let you guys know, I always used to think that Storm is low-key one of the best characters, but a lot of people don't use her. She's low-key slept on. She is really slept on. And I think they're making her a little better. Okay, let's see this. Switch sides. Moon Knight. Khonshu must be crying off in a corner somewhere. Mark's survivability takes a slight hit. Reduce the bonus max health provided by Moonblade from 100 to 75. Not really a big change in my opinion. I mean, instead of when you land both of your Moonblades, instead of getting like 200, what is it? No. Yeah, instead of 100 or 200, you could only get like 150. I don't know. I don't think that's a big change. Thank you. Star-Lord, legendary moments just got a little easier. They reduced the energy cost of the Galactic Legend, which is ultimate ability, from 3,400 to 3,100. So you're going to be able to get your ult quicker and be able to use your ult. Legendary Squirrel. Doreen is now as quick as a squirrel on a espresso. Uh-oh. They are increasing the projectile speed of Squirrel Blockade when unleashing without charge from 20 meters a second to 30 meters a second. Okay. Okay. Wolverine. Less waiting, more slashing. Wolverine's rage cannot be contained. Reduce the energy cost of his last stand, which is ultimate ability, from 3,400 to 2,800. Okay, chat. I'm going to hit you guys with a hot take, and you guys can agree to disagree, okay? I don't think this game should be reducing a lot of the ultimate costs. They should be actually increasing, in my opinion. I think they should increase all ultimate charge by 15% or by 25%. And what I mean by that is Overwatch did something like this as well. Overwatch used to get ults really fast, and then they nerfed all the characters by 25%, making it 25% harder to get your ult, or 25% longer to get your ult. That's what this game needs. This game is, in Moon Knight, you could get your ult in 20 seconds, unleash it, and then get your ult in another 20 seconds. That should not be a thing, in my opinion. Like, there's no neutral fighting. All of it is just ults. There's no neutral, chat. I think they need to get that neutral fight. There's none of that. That's just my opinion. You guys can agree to disagree. I do like the ults, don't get me wrong. It makes you feel very powerful. You get an ult, you use it, and you get to use your ultimate ability more frequently. Yes, but I think, in my opinion, Marvel Rivals needs to start nerfing things instead of buffing everything, because there's going to be a power creep, and they also need to nerf all the ultimate ult charge. So that way, people are not getting their ults in 15 seconds. That's just my opinion. And chat, you're popping off. Give me 1 second. Actually, I could just do it right now before we read this. But yeah, I muted notifications so when I'm reading, it doesn't keep, what do you call it, announcing it, chat. But Elquan for 13 months. Mitchie Galaxy for 5 months. Sweat Zilix for 5 gifted subs. Sweat again with another 1,300 bits. Absolutely insane. Exiled with a massive gifted sub. And Mad Killer with the 20 gifted subs. Absolutely crazy. Also, I just noticed you guys are on a level 7 hype train with 35% off on 5 gifted subs or more. Massive W. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so team up abilities, chat. If you guys didn't see this, we already saw this in the dev blog, but you are no longer going to have the Fantastic Four team up ability with Invisible Woman, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, and the Thing. That is being removed. Some of the ones that are being adjusted are Elsa Bloodstone is going to be joining the Mr. Pool's interdimensional toy box. Elsa gains the Bloodstone's Boombox Bullets ability through her team up with Deadpool. Meow, how you doing, Boba? Oh, he wanted to say hi. I love you. You're so beautiful. He just wants to bite me. Ow, he has sharp teeth. You also get the Thing joining Gamma Charge. So what that means is that if you guys didn't see it already, the Thing joins Gamma Chaos and gains Gamma Gauntlet's ability through his team up with Hulk, and that means every time you punch someone, you're going to be able to get Overshield, I'm pretty sure, or Overhealth. And then you also got Rocket Network, which Mr. Fantastic joins. Mr. Fantastic connects to the network and unlocks the Fantastic Amplifier ability through his team up with Rocket Raccoon, and that means when you're playing Mr. Fantastic, you guys know that little energy bar, once you reach 100, you transform into his inflated state. Well, with the team up now, you can actually go past the 100, and you can inflate yourself whenever you want to. So that's what that basically means. And This is the new one that Invisible Woman is now going to be the anchor for with Doctor Strange. Psionic Mayhem. Doctor Strange joins forces with Invisible Woman and unlocks the new Psionic Vortex ability. What that means, if you guys didn't see that in the dev vlog, basically he's going every time he uses his, I don't know if it's about every time, I have to look at that again, but every time he busts, you know, with his E, it does damage to the enemies, but it also like brings them closer to him. It's like a little like psionic grab. You know how, like, you know, when Invisible Woman can push you or pull you, basically it pulls you into Doctor Strange's like character. Also, you do heal yourself, and you also heal the allies around you with that Psionic Mayhem. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be every time you use your E. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a different button, so you could use it every like 30 seconds or something. I don't think that's going to be every E, because every E means every 3 seconds or something, I think the new cooldown is, and that seems like a little broken, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like that. Pleasant Sleeper, appreciate the massive Prime sub. So we'll see. So these are all the changes that we are going to be seeing this season 6.5, chat. Is there any changes that you guys like? Any changes that you guys don't like? Any changes that you guys wanted to see? To be honest with you, I already stated mine. I think instead of decreasing ult charge, they should be increasing the ult charge to make it harder for you to get to your ult. So there is a neutral fight. I don't think they should be buffing all these characters. Like, I don't think, and personally, and I play a lot of him, Punisher, you know, I'm not going to be biased here and be like, wow, Punisher's getting a buff. Woo, that's what he needs. No, chat, I think Punisher was really fair, and he was very consistent. I don't think he needed a buff. I just don't think there's a lot of characters that need buffs, and a lot of, yeah. No Hawkeye nerf. No, I don't know what they're cooking. I don't know what they're cooking, chat. Especially, and this is going to be a hot take from me, this is not a moment where Marvel Rivals could be, like, lazy. Marvel Rivals needs to get their shit together. Overwatch just announced some of the biggest changes to their game. Marvel Rivals needs to look at that and be like, wow, you know what? You guys are going to do this? Well, we're going to hit you with a right hook, and this is what we're going to do. Right now, it's not looking good, chat. It's not looking good. And I'm happy Overwatch is getting all these changes, and we're going to try them out a little later, but Marvel Rivals needs to get their shit together if they want their player base, because you guys got to remember, Overwatch is going to come out with updates, and then Marvel Rivals is going to want to come out with more updates themselves, and they're always going to keep battling at it with each other to see who's going to have the better game. And you know who's going to be happy? The players. We're going to be happy because we play these games. So when Overwatch, if you're a Marvels player and Overwatch is coming out with an update, you shouldn't be like, oh, fuck you, Overwatch. You should be happy, because then Marvel Rivals is going to want to do an update that, you know, is better than Overwatch, and then the Marvel Rivals players are going to be happy, you know, and vice versa. So they need to, yeah, I really want to see what Marvel Rivals is going to do to combat all that new stuff that Overwatch is doing. Can't I play both? You actually can play both. Hey, listen, if you have 2 cakes in front of you, especially if you're like my fat ass, it's definitely good to eat both. Well, that's what I gotta say, chat.